Welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD,
Erin,
and Kat.
Now, I have watched all of the Vampire Diaries many, many times, and I watch reactors watch it when I don't have time to rewatch the whole thing.
This is one of your favourite shows, isn't it?
One of my favourites, yeah. Yeah. Met some of the cast, really into it.
I've heard good things about it. Is it Nina Dobrev?
Yeah.
And I like, do you know what I mean, over the years, because they're quite old now, I know bits and pieces about it, like who's in it and whatnot.
Yeah, Jake, my husband, loves it.
Was Vampire Diaries books before it was a series? Or has it only ever been a series?
No, it was books.
Oh, okay.
I got into the series first. I tried giving the books a go, but they are very, very different. So please remember to like, comment and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, the whole of the first season of these reactions is already up on Patreon.
Nothing bad's going to happen.
What's with all the fog?
It'll clear in a second.
Watch out!
At least they're doing the right thing.
I was just thinking that, actually. I was like, is he going to be a douchebag and drive away?
It's so common, unfortunately, in programmes to see people just stuck and run.
Ooh! Oh.
And one
Bad luck.
time it would have paid off to
actually
be an ass.
There's no signal!
Oh.
You were telling me that I'm psychic now. Right. Okay, then predict something about me. I see. What was that?
I'm so jumpy today.
Oh my God, are you okay?
You're missing immunization records, and we do insist on transcripts.
Please look again. I'm sure everything you need is there.
Is that a superpower or is it just because he's hot?
So it is.
I gave you a summer pass, but I am done watching you destroy yourself. No. You know what? Go ahead. Keep it up. But just know that I'm going to be there to ruin your buzz every time. You got it?
I do like that. I'm there to ruin it. Not, I'm going to tell on you.
Sly.
Oh, the old one.
Oh, it's a little bit old.
The old text talk.
How creeped out would you be?
You never walked through a graveyard in the fog.
I thought.
Not all of us are like you.
Some of you act one way and then school starts and you can't be bothered.
Look, Jeremy, I really appreciate all the pharmaceuticals, but you can't keep following me around like a lost puppy.
When's the last time you had sex with a puppy?
Keep it down. I want to tell the whole world I deflowered landscape runner.
And deflowered and deflowered.
You hooked up a few times in a drug haze. It's over. You gotta back off before you ruin things between me and Tyler.
Come on, the guy's a total douche. He only wants you for your ass.
Yeah? What do you want me for?
Fair.
It's definitely.
How's your leg?
Oh, it's fine. Just a scratch, barely. How did you know where I lived?
It's a small town. And that's the first person I saw.
She's asking the question.
This back.
I must have dropped it. Thank you.
Don't worry, I didn't read it. You want it?
Definitely would have.
I definitely would have. I'm too nosy.
I'm fine.
So he can't cross the threshold then?
Unless he's been invited in.
Please, Uncle Stefan. Mystic Falls is a different place now. It's been quiet for years, but there are people who still remember. And you being here, it's just gonna stir things up.
It's not my intention.
Then what is? Why did you come back after all this time? Why now?
I don't have to explain myself.
So he's the uncle.
Yes.
Oh.
The uncle's hot though.
The fake uncle or the real uncle?
Fake uncle. I feel like I
Right.
could show my age though.
So it wasn't him. I thought it was going to be him that killed him.
But we saw him. Or we thought we did. Someone was on the ground, right? Because they hit someone in the car.
(1864).
I was willing to be lenient last year for obvious reasons, Elena. But the personal excuses ended with summer break.
346 casualties, unless you're counting local civilians.
Except, of course, there were no civilian casualties in this battle.
Actually, there were 27, sir. The Founders' Archives are stored in Civil Hall if you'd like to brush up on the facts.
No, Di, I'm not having sex against the street.
Come on, you know.
For who? No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not that you're not like this. No. You're texting me. No!
And leave her alone. You know, you're starting to get on my nerves, Cooper.
Go, Tyler, get the hell away from me.
Wow. Vicky Donovan says that's a first.
Oh, what a piece of shit. I don't think there's ever a good time to walk around dark, creepy woods.
See, I think the fog alone would be freaky enough.
Yeah. The darkness would be creepy. Even in daylight.
Oh, okay, it's another vampire with the same family ring. It's the dodgy middle child. There's always a fucking middle child sibling that's the troublemaker psycho. And they're making it look like it's him because obviously he had to go off his eyes and then she was it. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very conveniently choreographed that it's making it look like him. But
When you broke up with me, you said it was because you needed some time alone. You don't look so alone to me.
You don't understand.
Fair point for him to be raising.
You do what you have to do.
I think that's very fair.
I just want to let you know that I still believe in us. And I'm not giving up on her.
Because unless she puts him out of his misery, then it's still open for him that there's a possibility there.
But what I love about that is how respectful he was there to basically say, I'll be here.
Really cool at night. You know, I can
Taking a very high road. Not a lot of guys would do that.
Caroline, you and me, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
At least he's been very straight with her.
It sounds harsh, but actually...
It's the kindest thing in the long run.
Hear it. What the hell? Everybody back up. Give us some space.
Yeah, you too, rapist. So if she's been bitten now, she's alive, she gonna come back as a vampire. It's gonna spread like an epidemic.
Doesn't it depend what vampire lore this series uses?
That's true. Sometimes there's only like master vampires who can create, and other times there's any vampire can create.
Damon.
Yeah. I volunteer as tribute.
Brother.
I'll get bitten.
Get in line.
When'd you get here? Well, I couldn't miss your first day of school.
You know, you left that girl alive tonight. It's very clumsy of you.
That could be the problem.
For you.
I saw a couple of girls at the... Let's just cut to the chase. Let's just go straight for Elena. Stop it! Imagine what her blood tastes like. I can't. I said stop! Very good at the whole face thing. That's good.
You know, it's all fun and games, Damon, huh?
The guys that I want never want me.
I'm not touching that.
I'm inappropriate, always say the wrong thing. And Elena always always says the right thing. She doesn't even try. And he just picks her. And she's always the one that everyone picks for everything. And I try so hard, and I'm never the one.
Such a horrible feeling.
It's not a competition, Caroline.
Feels like it though.
Were they brother and sister?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Man, his eyes are huge.
Everyone's got very intense eyes in this. Oh, that's not going to be good.
I'd still do it though.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
So, episode 1.
The pilot.
Yes.
I had to continuously just let go of so many things that are just brilliantly choreographed. They're too obvious. They're like, oh my god, that's so convenient that this happened. Do you know what I mean? When you get that from those...
Yeah.
It doesn't happen so much anymore now. I feel like people are, like, series have come away from that. So I realise now, like, obviously when I was younger and watching stuff like that, I probably would have accepted it a lot easier. But watching it now, it's kind of like... not laughable, but I can see it. But I have to allow myself to kind of be like, it's okay, we're watching a series from 10 years ago, let it go kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, quite enjoyable on just very surface level entertainment factor so far.
Yeah. But I mean, also because it's the pilot, you need to just meet everyone, and you only have such a short space of time, especially for a pilot, like that's your 40 minutes. And if people don't connect with it and be like, right, they're obviously going to have a little thing, there's an issue here, this person might
certain
be
groundwork
psychic.
you've got
you
to
have
lay.
they have to be like, oh, okay, this is where you're going to go with it. Otherwise, it's not going to get picked up.
Or just planting those seeds to be like, ooh, what's that?
I kind of kicked myself for it because I was like, the rings is what I'm assuming allows them to walk around the day. Didn't even question that at first.
Oh, I did. Because he
While
was
they were out
watching
in
the
the
sunset
day.
at the
Yeah.
beginning, and I was like, hang on a minute. But
again, that's
I was-
vampire law.
I'm waiting for I'm
Yeah.
waiting to see if that's their law or get answers. We'll get answers as we go. I really liked what we have seen of them so far. I don't know if they're going to change any more than that, but I like the fact that when they go in that zone of wanting to drink blood, they get ugly, and I like that because they can't be fucking perfect all the time. That would piss me off. Like Twilight, I'm a fucking diamond. I sparkle in the sunlight. Fuck you. I want a vampire to go nasty, and so when he goes like all like. You know what I mean?
The
It's
monster.
quite, it's quite good.
Creep me.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good. I liked that. Yeah.
If we go through some characters, so obviously you've got Elena. Her parents have died, and they're back to school.
But it's not just
I
that
kind of
died.
thought for a little while that the parents were the people at the beginning, and they died a while ago and been killed, but they're not.
No. Car accident.
And I was
separate.
then thinking they would have been killed by a vampire, but it doesn't appear that that's
No.
But it seems like it's more trauma because she was in the car.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
So it's not just like, oh, I heard so. It's like, oh, I watched them die and
Yeah.
escape with my life, I'm assuming.
She would have got PTSD. That teacher's a dick.
survivor's guilt. That's what
Yeah. Stefan.
Mm-hmm.
Intense.
Manly, that jawline. He's not a teenager.
I think the main takeaway from this for Stefan is, did you catch what they were talking about with him and Damon about food? About blood?
That he's not as strong as him because he doesn't feed on human flesh. He only feeds on animal blood, so he's not as strong as him.
Exactly, yeah. And of course he has the picture.
Yeah, do you know what? It really did crack me up at the end there when they were talking, and he was like, I just want something new, a fresh start, so I'm going to find this girl who looks exactly the fucking same as my dead ex, or whoever that is. And I was like,
they must be related.
that's not new.
I think there's something going on there. She must be from the same line.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If that's like his past love that's dead now, and he's like, I just want something brand new, so I'm going to go for the woman
But the brother
from her
alluded
heritage.
to something happening, didn't he? So I think there's probably a...
Yeah, what do we think of Damon? Other than hot.
Nice. I love how he's such a shit stirrer. It's hilarious.
Well, you'll have to deal with that then, won't you?
Who do you think my favourite character is?
Yeah.
His bit was my favourite because I felt like his character was the only one that was acknowledging some of the hammy dramaness in it when he was like, oh, I love that going out the window, all of that. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's the only one that's actually acknowledging, like, oh, look how fucking perfect this all is. Whereas everyone else is just like so accepting of everything so choreographed.
Rose-tinted.
Yeah, he's just like, I really like that. He's taking the piss out of it. So I liked that. I enjoyed his character.
A dark humour guy.
Yeah.
Got you something. It's back in the car.
Why are you going camping in some creepy ass woods? It's not like they're nice woods with fucking Snow White has birds and squirrels and stuff. Those woods are creepy.
But it's back in the car. I'd be like, give it to me later or I'll come with you.
Oh, that is evil. He's toying with them. That's
Playing with your food.
Are there any other relatives in the picture?
I'm their sole guardian.
Could there be?
Oh.
He's just such an ass.
What are you suggesting exactly?
It's an impossible job, isn't it? Raising 2 teens.
It's been tough, but no, it's not.
Wrong answer. It is an extremely impossible job, and anything less, and you're not doing it properly.
oh my god, overstepping as a teacher.
Overstepping as a person.
That's not his business.
No.
Fair enough, you've got to raise the missing classes and if you think he's on drugs, but
Yeah, you should be offering how you can support.
you should be saying he needs more support because this is what's going on.
I think he can get eaten now.
Yeah.
He's definitely someone on a power trip, isn't he?
Yeah.
You're okay.
I don't know what made me jump, that or Erin.
I'm sorry.
Stranger Things has made me really jumpy.
I see why my brother's so smitten. It's about time. For a while there, I never thought he'd get over the last one. Nearly destroyed him.
The last one?
Yeah, Catherine, his girlfriend. Oh, you two haven't had the awkward exes conversation yet.
No.
It's been like a day.
Well, I'm sure it'll come up now. Or maybe he didn't want to tell you because he didn't want you to think you...
Yeah, I should probably go. It was nice to meet you, Damon.
Great meeting you too, Elena.
That's creepy.
I know you.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I don't know how, but your face.
It's not a face you'd forget, is it?
No.
Excuse me.
Not bad. Have you been eating bunnies? Here we go. Who did this to you?
You did!
Wrong. Don't. Stefan Salvatore did this to you.
Stefan Salvatore did this to me.
He's a vampire.
Oh, that's mean.
Vicious, murderous monster. But you can change that. Human blood gives you power. You have 2 choices. You can feed and make her forget. Or you can let her run screaming vampire through the town square. It's okay.
Maybe he's just lonely. You know, they say misery loves company. Maybe he just doesn't want to be doing it on his own.
I wonder what happened to make him not eat people anymore.
Where am I?
What are you up to? That's for me to know and for you to... ... Give Elena my best.
Enjoying playing with him.
The fun of Damon. It's just.
She said you're fine.
I'm gonna give you Elena's cell number and her email. She is big on texting, and you can tell her I said so.
You okay?
That's so rude. I'm sorry, excuse me. Yeah, she kind of wigs out. It's like her thing.
What brought this on? Your asshat of a history teacher shamed me good yesterday.
You got tannered. Been there.
Discovered the impossible, Miss Summers. Got it. Thanks. Like I didn't know I was screwing up.
You're not screwing up, Jenna.
Yes, I am. You know why? Because I'm not her. She made everything look so easy. You know, high school, marriage, having you.
Maybe you just inherited 2 kids at like early 20s. They're not supposed to know how to fucking do that.
Also, she lost a sister.
Yeah, she's grieving too. Did he make her forget everything in that night of the forest so she doesn't remember that he was a bit rapey and forceful? Or is she just being really dumb and she's choosing to forget that bit?
I don't think he took all the memories away, but having taken away some of it, do you know what I mean? It can just influence how you view everything. You just take certain parts out.
Shame. I really want her brother to find out that he was rapey and then beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Straight in the car.
Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you.
No, it's fine. I was hoping I'd see you again.
I know.
Cocky much?
It's a really like aggressive move where he's standing in front of her car door.
I was just thinking that, and yet her language wasn't like, no, it's fine. It's like, no, it's not fine. But
Well, that wasn't the happy ending you want, is it? On my day? I don't know.
I think they've set the brothers up very smartly because Damon is very much the predator in everything. He stops her getting in the car, he's like done that, whereas Stefan is very much like trying to be...
he's almost trying to be a healer.
Yeah, be respectful, be like blah blah blah, and they very much set it up like Damon's gonna just get whatever he wants.
Stefan is a very like quiet, brooding type though.
Yeah, no, it's like you said, that obvious dynamic is they've set that up quite well. When she was saying to him like, oh, complicated brother, complicated, like she really likes to make herself sound, I was like, oh shit's really not that complicated.
Well,
like in
her
comparison,
parents died.
Yeah, but that's not complicated.
Yeah,
that's just very, very sad, and she's grieving. But where she's saying, "Oh, my brother's on drugs and he's brooding, and I live with my aunt," it's so complicated. Like you're really not that complicated, but you're making it out as if you're very complicated, and you're not.
The point of that is what she was saying at the end. Is what she's giving off as a reason. It's just something she's building up as an excuse.
Yeah, I'm glad she recognised that. But that's what I mean. All of these teenagers seem to be like, "Oh, I'm so complicated."
Don't you remember when you were a teenager?
Like being complicated, so fucking trendy. I'm just like, chill out.
But when you were a teenager, everything, like the smallest thing, was much more dramatic.
when your perspective is like I agree, like when you're younger as well, and if you've only got that's your bubble, then obviously the impact of something happening feels so much more
Like,
complicated.
can you imagine in that small
got.
town, so-and-so broke up with so-and-so, oh my god, it's such a big deal, you know.
There's probably that for sure as well.
So,
character development.
Yeah, we saw what happened with like Vicky up on the roof.
So his power is obviously so much stronger because he gave her like amnesia, like straight away, like up from the forest up to that point, like almost.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he took it all away because we're not sure exactly what he whispered to her.
Yeah.
But clearly enough that she doesn't have a problem with Tyler. But then let's not forget that when she first came round in the hospital,
She didn't have a problem with him then anyway.
she was asking where he was.
He's
Or like he'll
he's
find.
finally taking notice of him, so
yeah.
She's willing to
overlook that. Yeah.
What's her brother's name? Nick?
Matt.
I like Matt.
I
feel like
he's
you
a
knew
decent guy.
because he's gonna be. He's blonde and blonde as
blonde hair, blue eyed,
and he's the
all
good,
American,
and he's the good boy.
But he is
he's
actually
gonna be like the Captain
he's
America
actually smart and he's
guy.
respectful. Whereas they could have played that jock as like not so bright. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But actually, he is. He's quite smart and he's very respectful. He comes across. He's got a nice energy about him.
There was
as
some.
much as you ever type, I definitely have one.
Well, there was a few
polar
things with Matt. Is that there was the scene with Stefan when he said to him about looking out for Elena. Again, it was that kind of I'm looking out for her and I feel like there's something off with you, but he wasn't threatening. He was, he was just basically saying, "I'm feeling."
He knows the art of subtlety.
And he
Which
said
in these sorts of TV shows they don't do a lot of subtlety. It's like so obviously in your face.
And he says it's like we've been friends for however long. He said we might not be together now, but I still. So again, it didn't feel like it came from that jealous ex. I'm gonna prove that you're not good and I'm gonna win her back. It's from like I respect and care from her regardless of anything else.
Yeah.
So
they're still friends at the end of the day. He still cares about her.
Saw Jeremy like sneaking out to the hospital and getting told off kind of by Jenna about his drugs.
Gosh, she's in a tough spot. Just inherited two teenagers that are not that much younger than her.
Yeah. And he's like, and it's an awkward one I think for him with the drugs thing because it's like he's not a bad kid, clearly, but you can't just let that
because if it spirals, he could quite easily go, and it's already affecting his education and things. So she's doing the right thing. Teacher's a douchebag. Some comeuppance, some karma for the teacher. Good.
Obviously, we saw Stefan and Elena kiss.
Earlier, I thought that would happen.
You thought it would happen sooner?
No, earlier than she thought it would be.
Oh, it was earlier than you thought.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do feel like it's moved very rapidly, that relationship between the two of them.
Those two episodes are supposed to be able to span over what? A couple of days?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, quite soon, I suppose.
But yeah, it's very, very fast. But I think we're supposed to get caught up in the whole, whirlwind of love. When it's that intense, you can't control it.
Maybe we're all used to.
We're too old and cynical.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to accept. They're delivering a certain type of series, and I'm just like, it's okay, go with it.
But what they did say was, so her friend, his name I can't remember, the blonde one, Caroline said to her, so you just talked all night, like nothing. So whilst we've not seen it, we're led to believe that they've had like a whole night of like
a bond of trust,
and I do believe when you meet someone, whether you feel like a soulmate or just the right energy that matches, you meet someone and you just connect with them, and it can feel quite rapid. But I also think he obviously has he went there for her, and maybe there is some connection that she doesn't know that they have yet, but it's something in there that's feeding it, because they're obviously connected. So maybe that's like making it all
harder to
and hormones
drawing you in.
Damon basically showed us more of he's here to have fun.
No, he's you. The way he was like slipping little bits in, like, oh well, now I'm sure you'll talk about it. This is literally hearing. I was like, this is you.
No, there's no elephant in the room. You created one.
I really do enjoy that scene.
Yeah, he's such a shit stirrer.
Oh, what? You haven't had that talk yet? We're like,
I'm sure you will now.
But it does beg the question of, like you said, why is he there? And it makes me think that maybe he's lonely, or maybe in the past, like you, really good question. You said, what is happened to Stefan to make him not want to drink human blood anymore? But obviously, maybe there was a time back in the day when both of them were on human blood and doing what they wanted and ruling the world, and maybe he wants that back.
That's what he said. He said about, like,
so we'll be brothers again.
Yeah.
Her friend had another little episode with the little connection,
Bonnie,
which is. That's developing. I liked the fact that they said...
So does she now know he's a vampire? That's the question.
I like the fact that she was like, oh yeah, sorry, she wigs out sometimes. Because it gives me the impression, what I really fucking hate is when this series started for us 1 episode ago. Yeah. Everything that seriously started happening 1 episode ago. That pisses me off. I like it when they sort of say, like, you've been having these weird little episodes for a while. Like, there's been a build-up of some things have been happening before we started watching as an audience. Do you know what I mean? It really... kind of irritates me when everything just magically starts happening on this 1 episode. When they've sort of laid the groundwork that maybe she's been having, like her Grams has been talking to her about Salem and witches and their history for a little while now. That's better. I find that more intriguing, that there's some substance there, been laying the ground before this episode just started, and everything just mysteriously started happening, everything at the same time. That kind of irritates me because it becomes less realistic. I mean, we're talking about vampires and witches here, so let's talk, I know it's not realistic, but you know what I mean.
Well, unless it is... I got the impression that she said it just to, like, phase it over, like, don't worry, she does this. That's the impression.
My weird friend.
Yeah. That's the impression that I got. And what did the... Oh, she... Oh my god, what's her name?
Caroline?
No.
Bonnie.
I meant to say Connie. Bonnie had said that her gran said that the comet brought like a lot of paranormal activity. So if that's all timed in with the beginning, and then they, the vampires that come back, actually
all those energies are happening at the time.
This could just suddenly be all this new stuff that starts to happen, because otherwise maybe they would be. But they're a bit more self-aware.
They're giving you a reason for why it's happening.
That's true. That's true. Whereas I suppose
it's just started. Otherwise, there might be a bit more.
I suppose I was thinking, like, is Bonnie, if that's her destiny anyway, like it's in her lineage to become some sort of a witch anyway, was that happening because she's kind of coming of age? She's, like 16, 17, do you know what I mean? Like, not puberty, she'd be full whack in puberty. So I just wondered if that was going to happen anyway. But you're right, like maybe this was kind of a bit of a big bang because these vampires coming back to town and the comet happening is all making this big swirling pot of
something that
shit.
Triggers.
Yeah, something's triggered off
the
now.
For stuff that otherwise would have just...
That's true,
gone on.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.